I've been making achi soup in different ways, and I decided to pair this particular one with okazi leaf, and it turned out to be the most delicious achi soup I've ever made. So if you want to learn how to make the soup, watch this video to the end. Everyone in my family loved this soup, and I know you will love it too. So let's begin without any further ado. I introduced proteins. In there is goat meat, cow meat, tozo part of cow meat. I introduced stockfish. I introduced pepper, seasonings, onions, and I will stir properly to combine, cover, and bring this to a boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. And when I open up, I'll introduce a properly deboned fish. This fish is difficult, and that's why I'm introducing it now. So if you're using a softer fish, you can introduce it a bit later. I will show you when to introduce it. I will push it into the stock properly so it cooks through with other proteins. I will also introduce a bit of crayfish to tie down the taste of this protein. This is optional. You can decide not to do it, okay? But for me, this helps bring out the taste of the protein. You can as well try it. Then I will stir properly to combine, cover, and allow it to cook for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I went back to the pot. I will introduce pepper. I'll also introduce water to cook the soup properly. If you've been following this channel, you'll find out that some of my ofo or achi soup, I prefer to fry the ofo and achi before introducing the water to cook the soup properly. But in today's soup, I will introduce water. I will then introduce the achi later when the soup has boiled. This is the quantity of water I'll be going for. I'll cover and allow it to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, and when I open up, I'll introduce the achi. You can also decide to use oil to fluff out the achi before you introduce it, but if you do this pattern, don't worry about the lumps it's going to form. When it boils, it will dissolve. After introducing the achi, I covered and brought it to a boil for about 15 minutes. And when I opened up, this is the consistency that I will be going for, even though the soup here has not boiled properly. So I introduced more dry fish. If you're using a softer dry fish, this is the right time to introduce it. I also introduced crayfish, enough crayfish to bring out the taste of the soup. I will then stir properly to combine, cover this and allow it to simmer for about 10 minutes again. And when I open up, it will be time to introduce other ingredients. At this point also, you can taste and adjust with any lacking ingredients like pepper, salt, or seasoning. I'll be adjusting with a little bit of salt and seasoning. Can you see? This is the perfect texture that you will need for your achi soup. Don't allow your achi soup to be too thick, because achi taking up when it cools down, and this is the perfect consistency that I will be going for. I stirred properly to combine, introduce a bit of salt and seasoning, and then I'll cover again and allow it to simmer so the seasoning and the salt will dissolve into the soup. And when I open up, I'll introduce periwinkle. Periwinkles are already cooked, so don't overcook your periwinkle. If you're new here and this is the first time you're seeing this channel, I want to welcome you especially to 426 Kitchen. This is a channel where we make all kinds of Nigerian dishes. And if what we do here interests you and you want to learn how to cook Nigerian dishes, this channel got you covered. We cook our soups the authentic way that it should be made, and you will enjoy learning from us because you're learning from the best. So if you're new, please subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notification so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video, and also share this video with your friends and family so they will learn a new way they can make achi soup. And also to my returning subscribers, you know that I appreciate your presence here. Thank you for always stopping by. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your likes and your contribution. I appreciate them. Thank you so much. After introducing the periwinkle, I allowed the soup to cook for another 2 minutes and I put off the heat. I will also fluff out the heat from the soup and allowed it to cool down for about 10 minutes. Then I will introduce the okazi leaf. The soup, you don't introduce okazi leaf while the soup is still boiling, but you can as well do so if that's what you want. But this is the way the soup is being made, and you will enjoy the taste of the okazi leaf. Now I will stir properly to make sure that every part of the soup receives the okazi leaf and the soup will be ready. Let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying the soup or if you've made the soup with achi seed. before now. At this point, the soup is ready. You can pair with any swallow of choice. Can you see how greenish the soup looks? What's your thoughts about the soup? Let me know in the comment section, and if you will be trying the soup in your next soup preparation. Let me also know in the comment section, what swallow will you pair this soup with? Can you see the periwinkles coming out greenish? The soup is delicious, and this is the outcome. Thank you for watching. Till I see you in my next video, do have a pleasant day. Bye bye.